Hey, and welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 3. Today we got my friends.
I thought this was 4.
Is it?
Oh, you never posted the NBA one?
No.
Okay.
So yeah, episode 3. So we got Lamar and Jacoob here,
What's up?
What up?
and then we also got Omari and Max back at it.
Yo.
What's up?
So today we're going to talk about a little subjects about football and basketball. Today, what do you want to start off with?
We can talk about the 49ers' first loss of the season, suffered to the MVP frontrunner Russell Wilson himself.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, brother.
Here we go.
Because I think the front runner is Lamar Jackson,
Oh?
and I think we all know that right now.
I feel like with a team that Lamar Jackson just faced, they were 0-8, and they didn't have their starting quarterback in Andy Dalton, and Russell Wilson just beat the remaining undefeated team in the NFL in the 49ers.
That's fine. The Ravens also beat the Patriots.
I was just about to say that, Max. Thanks for
What does
coming
that have to do with right now?
You want to talk? You want to talk about? You want to talk about?
Just lost to a 1-7 Falcons team.
Nobody
You don't
brought
have
up the
any room to
Saints.
be quiet.
I didn't even bring up the
You be
Saints,
quiet
so
right
I
now.
don't. First of all, I don't know what you're saying. First of all, let me just say the Seahawks just beat an undefeated 49ers team, and the week before that, Stevie, the week before that, the Ravens had just beat an undefeated Patriots team.
And
I'm not going to knock what the Ravens did, but you can't just ignore the fact that Russell Wilson just went into San Francisco on the road and they beat the remaining undefeated team in the NFL. Does that not get any credibility?
Well, I look at it like this.
I'm not saying don't get credibility.
Hold
I'm
on.
saying
Wait,
it's not that big.
You mean
it's
to tell
not
me-
that much bigger of a
I
deal
thought-
than it was for Lamar Jackson and the Ravens beating the Patriots.
I thought the Ravens beating the Patriots wasn't a big deal because the Patriots never played anybody for the year, so we didn't know who they were capable of.
Can I come in?
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to say is look at it like this. Both of those teams, the Ravens and the Seahawks, came in and played the undefeated team. They both beat the undefeated teams. But at the end of the day, in the Seahawks versus Ravens game, who won that game?
Lamar Jackson had more of a
Domination.
spectacular performance in his
That's
game
the
against the
MVP right
Patriots, an
You
undefeated
can't-
team at the time, than
That's the
Russell
MVP
Wilson
right now.
did against the 49ers.
If we're looking at the MVP race after Week 9, you cannot sit here and tell me that Russell Wilson's performance wasn't, I wouldn't say better, but it meant more to his team than Lamar Jackson's performance. They were facing a 0-8 Bengals team. We all knew that they were going to win that game from the jump. I'm not knocking Lamar Jackson, but you can't sit here and tell me that Russell Wilson, he played the tougher opponent that week, and he came out on the W.
So who's
And
your
he-
front runner?
That's just how the schedule
I said Russell
worked
Wilson
out.
after Week 9.
Excuse me, but not Pitt. I truly believe.
First of all, that's just how the schedule.
Lamar Jackson, are you being biased because the quarterback that you're thinking is the front runner name is Lamar Jackson?
No. I've been a fan of him ever since he went to.
Yeah, but you're being biased because you're a fan of him. I'm not a fan of either one of them. I'm just telling you how it is.
It doesn't matter. I like this brother because at the end of the day, they wanted him to go to wide receiver.
What does that have to
And
do with him
he's
being a
overcame
front
all
runner?
odds. I like people that overcome all odds.
I think from a standpoint of viewers like mine, where I'm not the biggest NFL fan, I believe it is Lamar Jackson for the simple reason that this is his second year in the NFL, and he's doing stuff like this to people that are in their 4th and 5th year have not even done yet.
Are we
Facts.
arguing who's the most exciting player to watch, or are we arguing who's the most valuable player to the team?
Yeah, I'm not going to
You
lie.
take Lamar
It's
Jackson off the Ravens.
Jackson either way.
And
What
they're
happens-
1-18.
Lamar Jackson
What
off
happens
that
what you do with
Ravens
the Seahawks with Russell Wilson? They're winning games?
Negative.
Negative, but it's more of an impact on the Ravens side. You take Lamar Jackson away from the Ravens, they're a lottery pick, and this ain't even basketball.
So which conference is stronger right now? Is it NFC or the AFC? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Which conference is stronger right now? The NFC or the AFC?
Why does the conference matter if every team
Because-
that they face they're beating?
Because if you're facing tougher opponents and you're coming out with W's, doesn't that mean a little bit more than when they face the
I don't
weaker
even-
opponents?
Look,
Right now,
Russell
It's
Wilson is on
opponent
another
strength,
level,
not-
Lamar Jackson on another. I just feel like Lamar Jackson for his second year. Russell Wilson,
You
I
can't-
feel like Russell Wilson
Hey, Lamar.
is his second year.
if you want
I'm
to
arguing after week
go
9.
between Lamar Jackson
I'm going
and
week
Russell
to week.
Wilson, that's just how the schedule worked out for Lamar Jackson. He got scheduled to play a bogus
That's not his
team
fault.
in
That's not his
Cincinnati.
fault.
Hey, Lamar,
Still gotta
Lamar.
look at-
You agree with the head coach that he's changing the game? Is he?
Yes. I really
Do you
believe
think-
in
do you
20
think-
years kids are going to be running around
Oh,
wearing number.
okay, but like, do you think Do you think that he's changing the game, or he's just more of a once-in-a-lifetime player that nobody else is going to play like him?
I feel like he's a once in a lifetime. I feel like they're gonna try to take dual threat quarterbacks and bring them into the NFL because they've seen Lamar Jackson, but I feel like they're gonna be sadly mistaken because there's no one like him.
I really don't believe that we're ever going to see a quarterback like him again and do the things that he can do.
So it's not really changed the
Michael
game.
Vick,
It's just more of a
and
unique
we're
play
looking
style.
like Michael Vick number 2 right now.
He's better than Michael Vick.
Are you really going to sit here and say that right now? After only 2 years in the NFL?
Oh.
Not even 2 years? I'm not trying to say you're wrong, but let's just be, fair
If
here.
we're gonna say that, I mean, can we look at the accolades? Let's look at Michael Vick's accolades.
What has Lamar Jackson done? He went to a playoff game, and what happened in that playoff game?
They lost.
He took a number 2 on himself.
He
Now he's a rookie.
He was the only
Now
African
he's a
American
rookie.
quarterback.
Now we're going to argue. Now we're going to bring in the rookie aspect. Now he's a rookie.
Yeah,
We're going to do that.
he was a rookie.
You're
He was the only
pampering
rookie
him.
to
Lamar,
go.
Lamar, you can't say he's better than
Stop
Michael
saving
Vick
him.
and then go and say he was only a rookie when he lost that playoff.
Stop saving him. If we're going to look at accolades,
That's
let's do it.
You can't do that.
What did Michael Vick do as a rookie year?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I haven't looked at Michael Vick's stats.
I mean, you can't really say that if Michael Vick himself said that this kid is better than him.
Well, could you say that he's basically another Michael Vick, as in the sense of that he's not really changing the game, but he's more of just like that once-in-a-lifetime player? That
I
he's
feel
one of
that-
those Russian QBs?
I feel that with Lamar Jackson favoring Michael Vick, and they said that Michael Vick is his favorite player, I feel like he's watched his film and he's not making the same mistakes as Michael Vick did. It's kind of learning from him so he doesn't make, like I said, the same mistake as Michael Vick did, and he can progress as that type of dual threat quarterback. Okay, Twister here. Do you think Lamar Jackson is a Stephen Curry of the NFL?
Is he going to change the
No.
aspect of the game?
I'll give that title to Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes? Okay.
Yeah.
How cliche would it be if Patrick Mahomes just came off an MVP season and then Lamar Jackson won the MVP season? How cliche would that be?
Ooh, I like it.
Okay.
I like it. I'm just happy to see African American quarterbacks striving.
Yeah.
Because in a pocket passing league, really no one wants to take one. Because they don't want to change the
It's just
traditional style of offense in the NFL.
I wouldn't say that it's just the longevity of a running quarterback. We have living proof of it in Michael Vick and Cam Newton that running quarterbacks don't last as long as people
But
who
this
sit
is
in the pocket.
what everyone's saying.
No, but I think the difference
runs
with Cam
and gets
Newton is
hit.
that he's just taking the hits.
Cam Newton doesn't get down. He's not as smart as Lamar. But Lamar Jackson takes hits too. Lamar Jackson does not slide.
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson's also quicker than Cam Newton.
And Lamar Jackson gets up. Everyone keeps saying this kid's going to get hurt. He hasn't got hurt yet. Everyone says.
But it's only his
Yes.
second year.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yes.
It's
Everyone
only his
says
second year.
he doesn't get down. But
He doesn't.
does.
No, he doesn't.
doesn't.
He takes a hit every time. He gets tackled.
That's not the point. It's
If-
not his
would you-
fault that he's a kid that's
Okay.
determined when he gets past the 20-yard line that he's determined to get.
Okay, Lamar, it
That's
doesn't
all.
matter how far he can run, and no matter how many tackles he can break.
Lamar,
If
what's-
he keeps taking
Well,
hits
I
like
want
this,
you,
he's
I
going
want
to get
you guys
injured.
to tell me
He's going to get
in all our
injured if he
6
takes hits
years
like this
watching Lamar
consistently.
Jackson, where have we seen the injury? Where?
It's not
Man,
that we have
he's only
seen
been in the
one.
league a year and a half.
Do
Let's
you
go back to
realize he's
college.
facing grown men that's going to be tackling him and falling on him?
And they still can't tackle him.
Okay, I'll give you that one. But when he takes the hits, he takes the hits. It's not like they don't hurt. He's not human. I mean,
Okay,
he's human.
if you want to go by how long they're in, like, because you keep saying he hasn't gotten hurt yet. How long did it take LeBron James to get hurt in the NBA for him to miss a few games?
That's different. That's not a non-contact sport.
I'm just
The
saying.
guy spends $1 million on his body. If he
Which
get hurt,
which
good
is
job.
the other thing too. Lamar Jackson would be hurt a lot sooner than LeBron did. That just made my point a little bit better. Sorry.
If I was
Thanks.
Lamar Jackson's coach, I would tell him to get down more than often, because the best ability is availability, and it's all about longevity. He might not get hurt right now, but if he keep taking those hits, it's going to take a toll on his body.
I'm 50-50
That's all I'm
with
saying.
that.
You 50-50 with that? Tom Brady's 40 years old. You want to know why he's still playing? Because he doesn't take
Because he's a
hits.
pocket passer.
He doesn't
Right,
take
he
hits.
doesn't take hits.
Because he's a pocket passer.
You can still take a
Okay,
hit
right,
in the
but if you're
pocket.
a star quarterback like this,
We
you can't
don't-
just take hits
you got- you
nonstop.
got-
You're
you
not
got-
invincible.
You got to say he's going to get hurt, but where's the evidence?
I didn't say he's
There
going to get hurt.
there
I
is
said
none
there's
right
a
now,
very high
but there
chance
is
of
a
him
lot
getting
of
hurt.
potential for him to get hurt.
You can't sit here and tell me 300-pound people falling on him is not going to not going to do any long-term effect.
I don't see a linebacker that's 300 pounds. I don't see a safety that's 300 pounds. Because at that point, I don't really see anybody tackling Lamar at the first level.
Okay, right now I'll give you that one. But you think in the NFL they're going to adapt to that? That they're going to have film on that?
They've had film.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't had film. That's why the league is so shocked by this unorthodox running style because they haven't seen it yet. When they see a whole season of it and what not to do and what to do against it, do you think this was still?
Did they not run this last year?
No, they didn't. They did not run this. They did not run this power running back. I mean, this power running game that they have. No, they didn't. They tried to implement it with them.
Didn't see them last year.
They tried to implement it with them, but Lamar Jackson was trying to get comfortable with the offense at the beginning
Coach
of the year.
Belichick, when they played against the Patriots, Coach Belichick had not seen that offense before.
You literally told me when they played the Patriots, it's going to be so hard for them to stop it because no one has ever seen a running style like that. No one has ever seen an offense run like that. So do you believe if coaches around the league and professional players around the league get film on this team in the future that it could become not dominatingly stopped, but somewhat stopped, slowed down?
I feel like it'll take it. I feel like it will go down. I feel like the amount of yards this player, it will go down. But at the same time, the amount of passing yards he's had will go up.
Okay, I never said that. But
It will go up.
but what your argument is?
The argument is about how long will it take him to get hurt because it's gonna happen.
You guys have to get. He doesn't like running the football. He wants to
But
pass.
he does it
He does
all
what
the
he has to
time.
do.
Right, I get it, but he's still taking the hit when he does it.
All right,
He doesn't slide.
All right, Roderick.
He doesn't get out of bounds.
Roderick.
Okay. Well,
Just so we're
So
clear,
on
this ain't a video,
top of
nobody knows
that,
what I look like.
on top of that God, jeez.
on top of that topic.
On top of that topic, thank you.
Rules. We got Roderick rules. Over
So,
Bro, there's no.
so what about these
nobody-
49ers?
Well, he got it.
49ers, they're all right. They won
I
loss
still-
to a very good team.
I still think they're the top in the league.
No.
Even
Championship
after
contenders?
No.
Are you saying that as a
I don't know
Patriots
what
fan?
Max is talking
No.
about.
Are you saying that as a Patriots fan?
No, nada, needy, nodo.
Who
Wait,
then,
wait,
Lamar?
wait, 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 wait,
Who
wait,
then,
wait,
Lamar?
wait, wait. Let's not be so biased here. He did not have George Kittle or Emmanuel Sanders, so he was missing two of his elite catchers in the passing game. So
Then who
let's
is it,
not be
Lamar?
so hard
If you
on
don't
Jimmy
agree with
Garoppolo.
49ers, I dare you to say the Ravens right now.
The Ravens are Super Bowl contenders. As of right now,
I'm saying top in the league, not Super Bowl contenders. Because y'all wouldn't say that the 49ers are not Super Bowl contenders right now.
I see them going, maybe getting there by, and then that divisional.
If they had George Kittle and Emmanuel Sanders, they win the game versus Seahawks, and then I would have to say Lamar Jackson would be the front runner of the MVP race. But come out of the win, I would have to say that Russell Wilson is still, not by far, but still a little bit ahead of Lamar Jackson, just because of the load that he has to carry with this team.
So off of the MVP race, then who's at the top of the league?
I'm gonna say
Wait,
one.
What team is at the top of the league?
Wait. Next topic. We got to talk about the best team after week 9.
Okay.
So after all
So
the
yeah,
W's
top
and
team
everything.
right now, as of right now.
Okay, let me not be biased because my Patriots did not play week 9, so I cannot put them as the best team after week 9. Coming off the
Well,
L.
it's after week 9, and that includes all the other weeks too.
Coming
It just
off
doesn't
the
mean
L.
week 9.
Coming off an L, and the Ravens coming out so hot against the Bengals, I cannot put them at this top team after week 9. So I would have to say Saints lost.
Yeah.
Bears got a crazy win. Niners lost. Ravens won.
Well, just because they lose doesn't mean they're not top.
You can't be the top team after you just came off an L. That does not make sense at all. At
It
all.
includes everything. Are you talking
No,
about
I'm
just
going
week
week.
9?
I just said after week 9. I'm going week to week
After week
basis.
9 still includes the rest of the season.
Nah, can't be. No way. Anywho, I don't want to give it to the Ravens. I do not like the Ravens. 52-10. It's kind of hard.
It's the Bengals.
I'm going to go with a dark horse. I'm going to sit here and say that the Steelers. Let me stop.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Who else watching this? Please highlight that spot.
No, let me
Please.
stop. The Ravens are the best team in the NFL after week 9.
Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else?
If we're just going based off of week 9, then it's the Ravens. Yes.
Okay.
I disagree.
You disagree that the
You
Ravens?
disagree that the Ravens are after only thinking about week 9. The Ravens are top.
It's a lot of teams. I swear, the only team that I really think is better,
Green Bay.
The Dolphins.
Green Bay.
Oh.
Green Bay.
I realize.
He just said, "Hey guys, let's get him out of here."
I was gonna
Get him out of
say,
here.
just so we're clear, I know Stevie spent a lot
It's
of money on
spoiled.
this, but after that, he up out of here. I'm gonna need you to hand
No, but the
in
Packers?
your mic and computer and head on out, bud.
Story.
I'll say the Packers.
But yes, I honestly have to say, right behind the Ravens, because I really truly believe that the Ravens can beat them. But if there's one team that can beat the Ravens right now, it's the Packers. I feel like that Aaron Rodgers is on another level.
do
That
they see
offense
each
is on
other?
a whole nother level.
I don't think so.
Not this year.
Wait. Real quick. What about the Raiders and the Steelers? Really hot weeks they've been having lately. They've been on fire. The Raiders and the Steelers have been on fire. The Raiders are only a half game behind the Chiefs because they just came off an L to the Titans. And the Raiders just beat the very pitiful San Diego, Los Angeles Chargers.
I'm out. I don't buy into it.
Do you feel like the Raiders can make the playoffs any kind of way?
No.
No?
No.
You feel like Patrick Mahomes is going to go on a tear?
Yes.
Okay, I can't disagree with
I was
that.
gonna say,
When he gets healthy, watch out.
Okay. What are you guys' thoughts on Colin Kaepernick working out with NFL teams this Saturday?
I like it.
I like it. He wasn't bad. He just had. It was more of a political issue for him than it was player issue.
Now time to get Melo back in the league. No.
I don't know about
You
that.
think
one.
Kaepernick coming back to the NFL? Melo's coming back to the NBA?
I believe.
yeah.
I truly believe he's just a gym hooper now. He's an LA Fitness
We're gonna
hooper.
stick with the NFL for a minute.
LA
Let's
Fitness.
stick with NFL for a
We're
minute.
gonna stick with
Okay,
the NFL.
I'm just saying he's an LA Fitness hooper.
Yikes.
Damn, that's tough.
What about those Pats?
Bro, be quiet.
What about the Patriots?
What about
They had a
the
bad week, dude. Sit them.
What
Right.
about the Patriots?
They didn't play week 9. They had a bye.
I know. I'm saying.
Okay,
like,
okay. Come on, guys. Stay on
Okay.
topic.
So what's
Colin
your argument?
Kaepernick.
What's your argument about him?
Go ahead.
What are you trying to say?
I just want to know how come no one thinks the Patriots are in discussion for the Super Bowl.
No
They
one said.
definitely are.
What you just say, Lamar?
What?
I do not believe that Tom Brady will take the Patriots.
You're voted off too.
We didn't say that. We said a contender.
They're a contender, but they will not go to the Super Bowl this year.
What if the road is through Foxborough?
They will not go to the Super Bowl this year. Mark
You're
my
drunk.
Even if they have home field advantage?
You guys said I was drunk when y'all said
Listen,
the Patriots would beat the
Everybody,
Ravens.
mark my words. Remember this.
I didn't. I believed in the Ravens. I didn't.
Omari Branch.
I'm gonna say that right now. I did not believe
Listen
that
to
the
me.
Patriots would beat the
Listen.
Ravens.
Omari Branch just said, whatever team has the home field advantage will be in the Super Bowl. Mark my words. It is that good in the league right now, and people are performing at a very high level.
So, Colin Kaepernick. Oh, what do you think about him potentially being back in the league?
I think it's good for the league.
What do you think's a good fit for him right now?
The Bears.
Chicago.
Chicago.
But
I'm just saying that
however,
because we have to
Is that
get Mitchell Trubisky. out
okay,
of there.
here
He
hold
has
on.
to go.
Very
Hold on,
biased.
hold on. All right, so we all, including me, just said that Colin Kaepernick should go to Chicago, and Cam Newton apparently has interest in going to Chicago.
I'm
So
taking Cam Newton.
Who would you rather take?
Cam.
Right. Thank you. I just wanted to make that
Dun,
clear.
dun, dun, dun. What's wrong?
I just wanted to make
But y'all
that
still
clear.
agree with that if Cam Newton got injured mid-season?
Yes.
You still would take that if he
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Jacob does have a point. Jacob does
Yes.
have a point. Cam
Yes.
Newton is prone to injury right
Yeah.
now.
We haven't
He
seen
has
Colin
been for a
Kaepernick
while.
play NFL football in 3 years. Why would I pick him
True.
over Cam Newton?
True.
That is true.
I'm just telling you to keep in mind that Cam Newton is still prone to injuries, as
Cam
he's been
Newton
for the last
will be
few
a better
years.
quarterback. than
I'm
Colin
not saying he
Kaepernick
won't.
ever.
I'm not making an argument against him.
I think
I'm just saying,
Cam
keep that in
Newton.
mind.
I think
Are you trying
Cam
to tell me
Newton's
that the
always
best
been a better
ability is
quarterback than
available?
Colin.
No,
Hey,
I'm just saying keep that in mind. Like we have Colin Kaepernick who hasn't thrown in a game for 3 years, and we've got Cam Newton who is injury prone.
I mean, would you say that Cam Newton's had a better career than Colin Kaepernick?
Yes.
He made it to the. Oh, both of them made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they both made it to Super
I mean, what would you say? I mean, I would think
Well,
I would
I
rather
feel
have
like
Cam just for the
Colin
experience.
Kaepernick, not Colin, Cam
2015,
Newton's more
Cam Newton
exciting
was
to
something
watch.
different. Was that 2015?
I think Cam Newton's more exciting to watch.
That was what was that?
Nobody wanted to see the Panthers in 2015. I'm
that
sorry.
that was a 13-2 football team.
15,
Am I right?
15. I think 15-1.
15-1 football team. That team was unstoppable.
No one wanted to
And
see
they
them. I don't care who it
shredded
was.
right through the playoffs until they ran into Von Miller.
I just think Cam Newton's more of a exciting player to watch.
I mean, but
Colin Kaepernick.
even if he
my
doesn't
argument,
produce
so-
as much, you
What
think
about
that's still gonna
hype
fill the
that Colin
seats?
Kaepernick brings Chicago though in revenue.
I mean, so would Cam Newton, wouldn't he?
All right, okay, but here's
It's
Not
okay,
as much
though.
as Cap.
not as much as Colin
Just because
Kaepernick,
of
but
the
if Cam
political
Newton
views on
brings
it?
wins, then that brings revenue. Like
I mean, but,
honestly,
what would you-
it's kind of
like-
a toss up either way.
Would you rather? I mean, it's just the fact of you're paying just to see Cap play, but you're not seeing your team to win.
Oh no, we feel like I feel like
I think he would
No,
bring us
Colin
win.
Kaepernick would still bring.
He would
Here's
bring us
the thing:
win.
when it comes to either of those two going to Chicago, it's kind of a toss-up. I'd rather have Cam Newton, but if you got to settle for Colin Kaepernick,
I mean-
settle for Colin. As
I
long
honestly feel like they should sign both of them. What's wrong with that? What you
Well,
mean
what
with what
money?
money?
I mean, to
First
be
of
honest,
all, what's Colin Kaepernick kind of?
Khalil Mack.
What's Colin Kaepernick? Wait. What's Colin Kaepernick demanding?
Khalil Mack.
he's
Yeah,
still
that-
going to demand a
One
lot.
point-
no.
Yeah,
That man
I
has
agree. I mean, he ain't been doing nothing.
that man's gonna be on that Dwight Howard contract and just get a low contract and have something to prove.
No.
Don't make him call Marcus that left tackle Peters again.
Well, let's not disrespect.
Okay, that's fine. Cam Newton's still going to ask for a lot. Then.
Can we honestly?
I mean,
like,
he's Cam Newton.
I really but I
Like he's
then just-
actively been in
you
the
can
league
get
well.
one or the other. I don't believe Chicago has the capital to get both.
I feel like
Unless you get
of
rid
all,
of a few people. You
what
get
do
rid of
you-
a few people,
What are
you'll
you
have
thinking
it.
they're about to pay Colin Kaepernick?
I don't know.
He's an
Very
unrestricted free
strong.
agent who hasn't played in 3
Can we
years.
also
What do you
say
think he's
this?
going to be making?
let's go. Stevie,
What's up?
Cap, or Cam?
Probably Cam.
Cap.
So we're all in agreement.
I mean, okay, so this is what I would say.
we're all in agreement on Cam.
Colin Kaepernick is probably the biggest risk and reward type of player, whereas Cam Newton, he's active in the league
It's
consistently.
over risk and reward.
But I mean, like what you're gonna get out of him. Like as of now, Colin Kaepernick has everything to prove, and like he has to come back, and either it's like a make or break for him if he does get signed.
Cap or Cam?
I'm taking Cap.
Oh wait, out of the five of us, only one of us say Cap.
I'm taking Cap. Just based off of what Stevie just said, he does have a lot to prove, and experience never goes away as a player in sports. Period. He's only been under the league. How long has he been under the league for?
3 years.
3
This is
years.
the National Football League. You can have a make or break season, or you can be in the Canadian Football League the next year. Are you serious?
Look at Mitch, bro.
Look at Antonio
Do
Brown.
you think you're taking a bigger risk of signing Cap, whereas he may not be as good, but you have a full season in him, or you sign Cam Newton?
Okay, that's the
And
only
he plays
argument. That's
good.
the only argument I've ever made against Cam, but I still think that Cam is a better sign than Cap.
Taking Cam. I'm taking Cap.
I mean, the only reason I would say Cap is because you're paying him probably a lot less than you have to pay Cam, and he could still produce maybe just as well as Cam.
Like I said,
So you're saying from a financial standpoint, sign Cap, maybe you can get other people?
I mean, yeah, but like the thing is, like it's just that risk. You don't know if he's gonna come back as like solid as he was, or if he's just going to underproduce. But I mean, like even if he underproduces, what more do you have to lose if you're paying him a minimum?
Kaepernick is more of a gamble than Cam Newton is.
Not only,
But like
Based on
not
being in the league for 3 years, between Cam, who's injury prone, and Cap not being in the league for 3 years, I think Cap's more of a gamble at that
Can
point.
we
I
think
mean,
about
it's
this
not-
politically?
it's not really
I'm taking Cap.
it's not
And let's
that
be honest,
bad
the
of a
Bears'
risk
O-line
if
isn't
you're not
bad,
paying
so
him.
he'll have time to throw the ball if need be.
Who?
They're not bad, the Bears O-line.
Oh.
It's just that Trubisky can't throw the ball.
Can we think about the political views on it?
Okay.
Imagine how many people are going to be angry that he's back in the league. I don't think Chicago wants that.
I think it would only be.
Here's the thing.
GM
If you want to
that
go
are mad about it.
political,
I mean, I don't think that they would be upset at all.
I feel like it.
I'm
I feel like
pretty
it'd be
sure
good
that
for them
Colin
to-
Kaepernick pissed off every conservative in the country.
I feel
Chicago
that-
is a very liberal city.
We're going to let you hear it.
I feel that Colin Kaepernick would bring a lot of attention to the NFL, and it would help them more than it would hurt them.
So,
I mean, especially for
from a political standpoint, him going to Chicago won't be that big of a deal.
I mean, like even like their play style kind of fits him. Like it's kind of like that underdog type of.
in Chicago.
It's that kind of underdog style that their defense plays, and he's more of that kind of underdog player. Like he is just playing with his heart rather than the style of play that they should be playing with.
Yeah, I feel like if Cam Newton get into the end zone and then do a little shimmy shake and then come back on the field and throw a pick, he'd be looking good.
So overall, we're all pretty much in agreement, other than
Yeah,
Jacob,
take
that
Cam.
we're
I'm
taking
taking
Cam.
Cam.
It's only
If
because
anybody else has if any viewers have anything else to say, drop it in the comments for us.
I feel
It's
like
only because I
We
wouldn't
can
take
bring it up
a
next
quarterback. I wouldn't take a quarterback that's been out the league for 3 years and he's playing the most important position on the field.
That's what I'm saying.
but let's look at the big picture right here.
Are you okay? You said you want a Cam, but are you making an argument for Kaepernick right now?
No.
Okay. Sounds like it.
Let's
I'm
look at
not
the
really
big
sure what you're about to say.
Cam Newton. We got that fire back in Chicago if we get Cam Newton. We got that hope again. We get that power ranking if we get Cam Newton. I don't think we get that power ranking if we get Colin Kaepernick.
We
I
just
feel
get
like
the publicity.
Yep.
we gonna see sold out seats if you give Chicago what they've been asking for, and that's Cam Newton. Cause Mitch, you gotta go, dude. I mean, you're terrible.
Mitch, if you can give me some
Terrible.
confidence in your throwing game, I'll want to keep you.
Man,
But right
no.
now, with no confidence,
No.
I want you to leave.
No. You can throw for 1,000 yards next game. I still don't want you to go. Gots to go, dog. Gots to go. Hit the roll in this one.
Okay.
Not good.
Okay, top 5 power rankings after week 9. We're going 1 to 5 in particular order, yes. Okay, I'll start. I'll start.
Who's going first?
Okay, I got 1, Ravens. 2,
Okay.
Seahawks.
Okay.
3, I want to say, wait, who the Packers just play? Who they just beat on? Carolina? 3, I still got 3 Packers. 4, I want to say, and this is not off record, this is just based off performance. 3 Packers, 4, do I want to throw the Minnesota Vikings in there?
Although,
But they just beat on
however,
the
the Packers
helpless
did
Dallas
just lose to the
Cowboys.
Chargers.
Yeah, your Saints lost to the Falcons. Let's
Terrible. Drew Brees.
Relax.
Okay, 4 Patriots.
Come on,
Let me
don't-
stop. Let me
Don't
stop.
Stop disrespecting Drew Brees. You know not to.
The
Wait.
disrespect is there.
4
For
New
what?
England Patriots. And number 5, I'm going to have to say the Minnesota Vikings. Kirk Cousins has been hot lately.
Okay. All right. Lamar, Max, you got your top 5 power rankings?
I don't know. I feel like Lamar should go first.
Who's number 1, Lamar?
Thank you.
Give me that.
So you're just gonna stare at me.
Y'all got me one kid. Look at him. At number 1, I got my boys, the Ravens.
Okay.
The Flock. I'm gonna follow the Flock all the way to the Super Bowl. I feel like they got it on lock. 2, I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers. That's the team I'm honestly scared. If they run into, they might lose. In all
Okay.
honesty. 3, the New England Patriots. That defense is historical. Number 4,
If you have
the
a quarterback
49ers.
that cannot run, good luck.
The 49ers. And number 5, this is wild. This is wild right here, but I'm going to have to still go with Dallas Cowboys.
They just lost to the Vikings.
Dallas Cowboys.
They're 5-4.
Dallas Cowboys.
They just lost to the. How do you put the Cowboys over the Vikings? They just lost to them.
Dallas Cowboys.
You mean the team that has the most primetime games and still goes 500?
Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, he's out of his freaking mind. So the
Alright.
Seahawks don't creep in there? Did you just put the-
Oh,
what?
okay. They moved to 6. I give it to not the Seahawks, the Vikings, if anything.
So you're gonna put the Vikings over the Seahawks? What are you doing?
Yeah. The Seahawks are not that good.
Did you just
my
put the
dude.
49ers in your top 5?
Yes.
But the Seahawks just beat them. So how do they not get in there?
I don't know. I just told you I just put them in there. Didn't I?
Dude, I'm gonna do it for you. The Seahawks creep in at 5. You good?
No.
Okay.
No, they don't.
Okay.
The
Max.
Vikings are in front of them.
All right, Max, go ahead with your top 5.
Competition.
I'm just gonna let them talk.
The
I'm just gonna
Vikings.
talk over them.
Wait. The Seahawks need to play some competition.
Yes.
So they just beat the 49ers. Who was in your top 5?
That's the one team. Who else have they played?
Who else have the Vikings
Okay,
played?
first of all, the 49ers were the only undefeated team in the NFL still.
The Vikings beat the Bears. You gonna do that right now?
Let's not disrespect the Bears.
Actually, they didn't beat the Bears. What
Let's
am I
not
talking
disrespect
about?
the Bears. They beat. They actually.
They just lost to the Bears.
They
The
beat them.
Vikings lost to the Bears. So we're gonna do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
good.
still 7.
Next.
They're still
Next,
7
go
to
ahead.
the end of the day.
Yeah, and the Seahawks are 8-2, but you have the Vikings over them. And the Seahawks just came
I'm
off
not.
a win
I'm
against
not
the
balling out on the
Okay.
Seahawks. I am
Okay.
not balling out on the
Ravens.
Seahawks.
Okay. Does anyone hear how stupid he sounds? Like it's not.
Stop
just
getting
me.
This
Bro,
the same.
Hey, leave it
person
in the
that
comments
he
if
said
Lamar's stupid
that
for the top 5.
Patriots was gonna lose. Was gonna lose.
Sometimes you gotta say.
Omar, why would I say that my favorite
He
team
said.
gonna lose?
He said the Ravens was gonna lose.
I'm sitting
To
right
the
here. I know
Patriots.
what he said.
I'm just letting you know.
6
Okay,
wins.
but just because. All right, now Bill Belichick has seen that
6
offense.
wins.
Bill Belichick has seen that offense now and knows
Dude, be
for a
quiet. We in
fact.
trouble.
Like, oh God! Like,
I'm not saying you are in trouble. I'm just saying it'll be more of a
Hell,
challenge for the Ravens
Hey,
now.
We in trouble.
So are you retracting what you just said?
Nah,
Let's
he
say
ain't exactly what he's saying. He just saying
We in
it's
trouble.
that's what I smoke. if they run into the Ravens again.
I wouldn't say all that, but listen, we in trouble, bro. I'm hoping the
Making
Ravens
an
play the
argument
Chiefs
for your
before they
side.
shoot the
Like, are
Patriots.
you gonna? I'm making an argument for the Patriots. I'm not
You're
saying
making
they're
the
not
wrong
gonna be in a
argument.
sweaty.
You gonna say
You're
something?
making the wrong argument. We in trouble.
I'm not saying you are in trouble.
Your
I'm
Saints
just
in trouble,
saying
too.
Bill Belichick is
Your
now
Saints in
seeing the
trouble, too.
offense.
Your Saints in trouble too.
All right, I'm just gonna stop defending your Patriots. Then.
Don't defend
All right,
me.
Max,
We
go
don't
ahead with your
need
top
you.
five. Max, go ahead with your top five.
Ravens, Packers, Patriots,
Don't put them Saints in there.
or what?
Oh,
I feel like I'm going to now.
You're gonna be
just because
looking
that-
dumb. Please, dude. They just lost
The
to
Vikings
the
are
freaking
7-3. The Saints are 7-2. So that means technically the Saints got a better record than they do.
He was dumb too. I'm not defending him. Put the Saints in there if you want to. We just lost to a 1-7 Falcons team. Do it if you want to. A divisional game at that. Do it. Were they at home?
I will go
Were the
back.
Saints at home?
I will go back and find
No, they
any
weren't at
Patriots game where they lost to some horseshit ass team. I don't care how far
You're
back.
gonna go
I
back a
go.
long time. A very
I
long
don't
time.
care how
You're
long
gonna
it
go
takes.
back a very long
I
time.
don't care how long it takes. I don't care how
We'll be
far back
scrolling.
I gotta
The thumb
go.
might hurt after.
That's fine.
Okay. I'm a Tom Brady fan, not a Patriots fan. So your point, he ain't never lost no shitty team.
Okay, great.
Okay,
I
now,
can't-
yeah,
okay,
name
but
your
you're-
top five.
You're the Tom Brady fan. I can't just be a Drew
Go ahead.
Brees fan.
He just
He's
lost.
terrible.
He just lost. Okay.
Hey,
He's
y'all.
not terrible.
America, Drew Brees is garbage. And yes, I said Drew Brees. Drew Brees. Fuck, good.
Okay. You said you got Ravens.
Ravens,
Packers.
What did I say? 3?
Patriots.
Patriots. I want to put the 49ers at 4.
then the Seahawks at 5, right?
You got the Saints. at
That's
five.
that's my only thing. Like, I don't. I'm gonna put the Seahawks there, but I almost put the Saints there. But shut your mouth.
What?
Like, I'm still a realist. I'm not living in fantasy land. Like,
Yeah, me too. The Patriots in trouble.
Hey, so I got a hot take for you guys.
hot one.
So, I heard.
Okay. Last topic. and
Okay,
last
okay,
topic.
okay.
Stop saying
Okay.
that Drew
Go ahead.
Brees is
Oh, okay.
trash.
So, someone had told me, they had said, if Tom Brady played, who was the quarterback for the Dolphins back in the day? McNabb?
Dan Marino?
No, McNabb.
No, he played for the Eagles.
Oh. Well, okay, anyways. So, he goes, my friend goes, if Tom Brady were to play for the Dolphins, would he still have 6 rings?
Hell no.
Hell
Absolutely
to
no.
no.
But do you think, okay,
You wanna
Yeah.
hear a big
No.
name? Is what helped him get those 6 rings?
Bill
Rob
Belichick?
Gronkowski.
Billy.
And
Billy
Bill Belichick. Okay, and Bill Belichick. But from a player standpoint, Rob Gronkowski helped him. Bill Belichick was the main reason.
Well,
But as
you
a,
see what happened
for a
when he
player,
got him. You gonna
well,
need.
Rob Gronkowski was hurt majority of his
Let's not
prime.
do that.
Still got
He's
him.
still
He
got
He
6
still played
rings.
in the-
1, 2,
he
3,
has
4,
3.
Still
He has
played
3.
in the
He
Super
has
Bowls.
3.
I don't
still
care
played,
about dudes.
still played in the Super Bowls, got the ring.
I wouldn't say Tom Brady would have 6 rings. I feel like,
Would he still
Bill
have success,
Belichick-
though?
yeah.
Would he
Tom
still have
Brady
a lot
The
of
team
success?
around him would still be trash, but Tom Brady would still be who he
Yeah,
is.
Tom Brady would have success. He would definitely have a ring without Bill Belichick, though. It won't
Okay.
be many.
Would he have more than
with
Peyton
the
Manning?
Dolphins. Let's talk about.
Wait, which Dolphins we talking about? The back then Dolphins?
No, I'm talking about.
Like when Tom Brady was drafted Dolphins or the Dolphins
Yeah. So
now?
let's
Oh
say
my
that he
God,
was.
no.
Let's say that he was put onto a different team, though.
So you're saying, all right, are
Don't
you
do
going
it
back
like
to when he
that.
was
Okay,
drafted, like
would
being
you-
drafted to the Dolphins?
But would
at that
you
year?
put more of the would you put more of the
Success of Tom with Bill Belichick?
no, would you put more of the success part on Bill Belichick or the players that got drafted from the Patriots organization that made them have the success?
Bill Belichick, because Bill Belichick
Bill
is the
Belichick.
ultimate chess player.
Okay.
I feel like he can have Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Bill,
Sound it out.
whatever his
Sound
name
it
is.
out.
I don't care for Bill.
Belichick.
He in trouble.
He's just gonna keep
Bill
going back to the
Belichick.
Ravens.
I feel he could take Ryan Fitzpatrick. He could take Jay Cutler. He could take Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah. You really think so?
Because he's a chess player, like Omari said. But the thing is,
But you need to be a successful
He just knows what
quarterback.
his players are.
You need to
capable
be
of
at
better
least
than any
a-
other coach
He
we've
knows
He's the
ever
best
seen.
coach that puts his players in
In the
He
best
knows what
positions.
his players
Okay.
are capable of.
But at the same time,
Which
Tom
makes
Brady
him
is a
one of the
very
best coach, I
high
believe, in the league.
IQ
Ever.
player.
Yeah, yes.
We would never know that because he never played without Bill Belichick.
But
We will
No.
next season.
No.
Bill
He's
Belichick
leaving-
really is the
he's
brains of the
leaving
operation.
Patriots.
Okay, stop it, because Bill Belichick wouldn't be winning 6 Super Bowls with any quarterback. Please.
I'm not
let's
saying
do
that. He is.
You just say he's the brains of the operation.
He is.
Yeah, you can only do so much, but your players have to actually go out there and
they have.
execute.
Thank you.
They
Thank
have to execute. Just like Greg Popovich, he can only do so much for his team.
Greg Popovich.
Greg Popovich can only do so much for his team.
Don't disrespect him.
Like, you're gonna tell me, like, in that sense, like, you can't just have, like, you can have 4 All-Stars like the Spurs had. They had Kawhi, Tony Parker, Manu,
3 Hall of Famers.
Tim Duncan. But they have to execute those games.
What?
What?
What did you just say?
He said that. Okay, hold on. Is that all for the NFL?
I believe so.
Yeah.
For right now.
Okay, that's
If
done with the hot
If we end
take.
up going back to it later, we can go back to it later. But for right now, let's just switch over to the NBA.
All right, so
All right, guys.
Now
Omari
it's time
out.
to hear Jacob.
Please tune into the next
Should have came here in
podcast.
my Warrior shirt today.
Wait. Tune into the next podcast. We'll be discussing the NBA. This NFL segment is now done. Yo, it's your boy O. Appreciate you guys watching and listening. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know, help us get bigger, and we appreciate all your support. Turn on your post notifications. We got more content coming soon. And comment whatever you want us to talk about. Appreciate it.